If you have successfully overcome challenges in your life, if your expertise has been proven to be the answer to solve someone's specific problem, then online coaching is for you. So stick with this video because you're going to learn how to use your expertise to finally work as an online coach. And click like, subscribe, and stay till the end. Put your faith in your story. And that trust is the core of the relationship that you will develop with the people that you're helping with your coaching. If they trust that you say the truth, if you're always authentic, if you're not scared of sharing your stories, if you are human, meaning that you share your mistakes as much as your wins, then they can relate to you and then they can associate with you and then they can reach out to you whenever the time is right for them and to get your help to solve their specific problem. Turn your biggest transformations and experiences into step-by-step processes. Sometimes it happens that you overcome some big, very big hurdle in your own life. And while you are processing this or while you're going through that phase, while you document all of your evolution or all of the things that you do in order to get on the other side of it. And eventually you'll be surprised that some people will come back to you and say, wait a minute, I've seen you or I've witnessed you going through this phase of your life. How did you manage to get out of it? And just for that, you would be able to share with other people what you've gone through or what steps you've taken yourself in order to get out of it, and definitely will be able to help others with it. Your framework is the total of the steps that each and every single client that you'll help will go through in order to take them from point A to point B. And when I talk about each of these steps, you can't express like 15 or 20 steps. It has to be something very concise, let's say 3 to 5 steps that the person has to go through within, I don't know, a period depending on how long your coaching program is. Could be 3 weeks, could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year. But these steps are a guideline for them to go through. So whenever they are in your coaching, they have a clear idea of what they are going to go through in order to solve that specific problem of theirs. And when you express that framework into your marketing or when you're having a sales call with your potential client, well, they have a clear vision of where you're going with them and with your coaching. So in fact, it secures them. It shows them that you know exactly where you're going, and it establishes a higher level of trust. Make a list of useful resources. When you have these little add-ons into the coaching program that you're providing for your clients, well, they feel well supported. They feel that you are going the extra mile for them, and they feel reassured that you're really providing everything that you can to help them out and to help them solve their problem. I wouldn't recommend you to share all the resources together at the same time with your coachee because you don't want to overwhelm them. In fact, the best thing would be if you go through a session together and you feel that there's one resource that they could consume in order for them to implement that part of the coaching better, then so be it. Just send it to them and they will feel more supported and they will feel that you go the extra mile for them and they will feel that you do all that you can for them to progress the best way possible through that coaching. Think about what you would have needed the most back then. As a coach, the best way to understand your coachee is to have gone through coaching yourself. So what do you feel you would have needed back then or while you're going through a certain type of coaching, right? What do you feel that you lacked? Let's say maybe if you didn't have a great experience with coaching before, or if one experience was better than the other, then what made it so much better for you? What was it that you gotten out of this coaching compared to this coaching that made you say, oh my God, that's the best coaching I've gotten? Is it the fact that the person was going the extra mile? Is it that they were more approachable? Is it that they created a safe space? Is it because of the experience they would provide? Is it because of the specific framework you were going through? All of these make the experience unique. So think about this yourself when you are creating your program and when you are providing your services to your audience, because again, that will really make you stand out compared to other coaches, and that will make you a unique coach, and that will be the only reason why people will do business with you. Be accountable and be disciplined. Respect what you say. Respect, walk the talk, I love to say. And be disciplined. when you say something to your coachee, then respect it and act accordingly. If you tell them that you're going to be available for them at this specific time, then be there at this specific time. If you tell them that regularly you're going to check in with them, then check in with them. If you say that you're going to provide an extra resource, then provide it to them. If you say that you'll be there for them, to listen to them, to be that guide to them, so be it. Coaching and accountability go pretty well together, and if you don't respect that, then you won't last as a coach, if that's what you do. If you're not keeping your coachees accountable, and if you're not disciplined in your way of being, then yes, you won't last in the coaching business, because there are a gazillion of coaches, and if you don't show up with your uniqueness, and if you don't respect your words, then quickly people will know, and quickly no one will ever want to do business with you again. Your availability is extremely important. Availability is important, but never forget about your boundaries either. What actually can be dangerous as an online coach is when you decide to be available to your clients 24/7, when you don't put some boundaries, when your clients are reaching out to you at 11 p.m. and you reply to them, then you're not training them to actually send you messages at a time that is specific to you, or that you fix for office hours, if I could call them like that. So if you tell your clients, well, I'm available to reply to any type of message that you send me between 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday, then so be it. The person might send you a message during the weekend, but you don't have to reply if these boundaries were set very clearly at the beginning. So don't fall into the trap of answering at any time of the day, at any time of the night, because then you are just expressing to your clients that they can reach out to you at any time and that you'll be available at any time. And then they'll get frustrated if they reach out to you at 1 a.m. and you don't reply within like an hour or two, right? Having listening skills is a must. Listening is the most important skill that you must have as a coach. And I want to say just as a coach, as a human being, because when you listen, you actually are more aware of understanding not only what the person is going through, so you're more able to put yourself at the place of the other person, and also with what that person expresses, most of the time they tell you what they need, they tell you what they want, and you can just provide that to them in order to help them evolve and to help them grow and to lead them into accomplishing the goal that they have for their coaching. So we always say listening is, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So majority here, this is where the focus should be. If you are conducting a coaching session and you are the one doing more of the talking, then you're doing it all wrong. You can't coach without being a leader. Leadership is also an important skill to have. So to me, a leader is someone who inspires others to take action into the realization of their goals. And if you're a coach and you don't have leadership skills, you'll have problems with your coachees because you'll get frustrated that they are not going forward or they are not taking action. And I'm not talking about, forcing people to do stuff here. I'm talking about having the ability to guide your people the right way for them to find the motivation within, or the reason why they are deeply doing this. If that is clear, then they will want to take action each and every single day, even though motivation will not necessarily be part of the equation each and every single day. We all have bad days. Sometimes we feel pumped and ready to rule the world, and some other days it's like that energy is a bit less. Same thing for your coachees. So you have to make sure that the reason why they are doing this is deeper than just something very superficial. Because if it's only superficial, as soon as there'll be a little hurdle or a little challenge, they'll just give up. And it will be frustrating, not only for you, but also for them. Make sure that the why is clear, express your leadership skills, and you'll definitely have another advantage. Now that you know that yesterday was the best day to have started with your online coaching, I'm just kidding. As soon as you can, get started to share your expertise. Then after that, of course, you want to get clients. So click here to watch the next video to know how to get clients with the Dream Method.